What up?
Okay. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time and let some people come in. Hopefully y'all be in a second. Let me see. I think I'm live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard to know on this. Yeah, it says I'm live.
What's going on?
Okay. All right. So let's see. We got somebody watching here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get going. So today we wanted to talk to you guys about something that we heard not too earlier today, and we decided to go live and chat about it.
Mm-hmm.
As many of you know, Corey and I are certified relationship and intimacy coaches, and shout out to all of our clients that might be watching right now. We promise we will not say any names because no, we can't tell on our clients. We're going to protect the innocence of the ones that have entrusted us with their relationships, and we are so appreciative of you. I also have to say to everybody who has bought the book, the 30-Day Guide to Audacious Intimacy, thank you. I really, really appreciate it, man. We have been overwhelmed with people reaching out,
Right.
saying that the book is helping them. It's just been really, really cool to see that. And I really appreciate the people who like talk about certain chapters. Chapter 29 has gotten a lot of day 29 is something that people just really want to talk about. So also they kind of like the fantasy sharing thing too. Yeah, they do like that. And the nonverbal communication has been really, really helpful for folks as well. But not here to talk about the book. If you do want the book, please go to www.lovejonescoaching.com. You can go there. You can book a session. You can sign up for sessions if that's what you want to do, and you can buy the book. All right, so we got a bunch of people in here now, at least over here, and I do believe over there, and over here. Yeah. So I will not, I won't belabor the point. Mm-hmm. Honey?
Yep.
Did you settle down, or did you decide to build up?
I decided to build up.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So settling down, I think we're not really aware of our words or how our words have so much meaning a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So when we think of down, period, that's a downward motion. Right? So when men say we've settled down, I think we get it kind of backwards or misunderstood. Settling down, we need to change the verbiage.
Mm-hmm.
We're
change
settling.
The language.
Change the language. We're settling up. We're leveling up.
Level up. I like level up. Right. I don't like settling at all as it relates to relationships, because when people say they settled, that means that you didn't get what you really wanted. You just kind of settled for what you thought. You dealt with
what you could have, or what you thought you could have.
Right.
You know, what you didn't really meet your value, or you degraded your own value. If that makes sense. You know, so
that was a word right there. You degraded your own value. Yeah.
Level up. You know? So we're not using that terminology anymore when it comes to being ready to take your personal life to the next level in relationship with someone, right? We're not settling down. We're leveling up. You know, we've matured up. We've matured to a point where we're ready for this next stage in our lives. You know? And we're not settling for just anybody.
Right.
You know.
I know I didn't.
Nah, I didn't either. Mine cute. She pretty.
Oh, baby, thank you.
The sexy little thing. So,
thank you, love.
But no, you know, I think you have to make sure your words are right, because we have to be with the person that makes us better.
Right.
Right. And gives us that inclination to want to always see how I can continue to progress. Right. Right. I mean, that's my take on it as a man. You know, I needed her. You know, she's my biggest cheerleader as it pertains to. I don't give you a short story. There was a business opportunity, And I had created this company with my partners at the time some years ago. And we spent a lot of money trying to really pour into that company to make it what it needed to be. And we knew we had something. But we had to close the company. We couldn't afford to keep going. A certain year came around, 2020, and my phone started blowing up after we shut the company down, right? Years after. And I was like, forget that, man. I was still kind of shaking. I was emotional about it. I was pissed off, that they didn't see the value in it. And we were talking, and she said, I need you to stop being a look right now. And I was like, damn. I pulled a Kevin Hart, damn,
I'm sorry.
But at the same time, she was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You put too much time and effort into this, and here's the opportunity for you to capitalize. And so, okay, let's capitalize.
Right.
Let's make sure we're using every opportunity. I remember Michael Maynard, his mother, Miss Shirley, she said, attack all opportunities. And even in our relationships, we got to attack the opportunity to really be with the one that's making us better. It's not even the one that's making you change. It's the one that's making you evolve. You know what I'm saying? Enhance.
Right. Yeah. One thing that I think about all the time is that we make
We're on
choices.
TikTok, Alicia.
Yes, we are currently on TikTok, both of our Facebooks. Oh, we forgot Instagram. We'll have to do Instagram.
We'll have to do Instagram.
We'll have to do that another time. But man, babe, I'm glad your vision is good. You could see that.
She tried to take me to the
doctor today.
Doctor today. I'm like, I don't need this. I'm good right now. Let me be great at my 46. I can still see good.
Well, I can't see none of that. That's why I got y'all right here, so I can see this one really, really good. But one of the things that I'm always considerate of is how we behave when we go to work versus how we behave when we're at home. And we make choices every day.
Right.
So every morning that I wake up, I choose you every single day.
Absolutely.
I choose you every single day. And it is a choice that I think people don't think about. A lot of times, I know you might get sick of the people you work with at work. They may do something to upset you, piss you off, whatever. But there is no scenario where most people would go in and tell their boss off, right? They're not going to cuss them out. They're not going to act a fool. Why? Because the value of that job is so important to them. They feel like that's their livelihood. So the way that you act in those scenarios, you act that way because you're afraid to lose it. Right?
Right.
You don't think you can make it if you lose your job.
Right.
So when you get home, why is it that you can be so reckless at home?
Right.
Is it that you're not afraid that you're going to lose it? Or do you feel so confident that you think that you're irreplaceable?
Or you just don't have a high level of respect for one another.
That, right, yeah.
And we always say, why is it that you can speak so well with your friends? You speak better to your friends than you speak to your significant other.
Exactly. And that's
you're more careful with the words you say to your friends.
Right.
But again, I think that's something that's taught. You teach each other how to treat each other, and I think that's very important because I had a conversation with someone recently, and the discussion was about how the other person felt comfortable talking to him. And over a course of 3 to 4 years, this person has become accustomed to speaking to you the way that you've allowed them to, right? And, so that comes with practice.
What did the Dr. Maya Angelou say? You teach people how to treat you.
There it is.
And you need to believe them. Yeah. When they treat you a certain way, you need to believe them the first time. It's not going to get better. One thing that I feel like we got the cheat code on in our relationship is that there's never been a time that I wanted to change anything about you. I'm good with how you are. I don't need you to change at all. I don't need you to do anything different from me.
But did you settle for that?
No. No. For me, I understood what I was looking for in a relationship.
Right.
And that's number one. I know me really, really well. And I think for a lot of people, they don't know themselves well enough sometimes to know what they want.
Right.
Right? Know what they're going to be comfortable with. And then also, people get so enamored with the glitz and glamour of that new relationship energy. I know you hate for me to use acronyms. NRE, new relationship energy, that it's like those endorphins and that dopamine, it's that burst and it's popping, and you're so wrapped up in that,
Right.
and you're not considering what are the flaws here, and can I handle those flaws or not? I don't know that I would say you're perfect, but I'll say that you're perfect for me,
Right.
because it fits well.
Right.
So for anybody out there who are always thinking, it's going to work out if he could just do this, if I could just get him to do that. I told someone yesterday that I was talking to, if you're sitting up waiting on that person to start picking up clothes, you got a long wait. They're not picking up the clothes. They're not.
If they haven't been.
If they have never, in the 25, 35 years of their life, they've never picked up clothes.
And all of a sudden it's an issue. You want to pick them up?
You want them to pick them. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. So
They spoiled it.
you should be okay.
They spoiled them.
And I'm not saying you have to be okay with them not picking up their clothes, but you need to understand that if you want the clothes picked up, it's probably going to be something you have to do.
Because you've been doing it.
Because you've been doing
And
it.
clearly
And they're
you've been
not,
okay with
and
it.
you're okay with it.
Right.
They're not going to do it.
Right.
So whatever that thing is, I think we spend a lot of time trying to figure out a way to make them
Who's trying to come
do.
on this video? Irma, Hilda. We'll be.
Hey, Irma Jean.
We're gonna have y'all stay tuned, stick with us, Irma, because we're gonna allow you in because we want to hear what you got to say as well. So
Yeah.
just give us a second here.
We got a comment, so let me take a look at this. You are always at the top of your game. Oh, thank you.
Greg, quit flirting with my baby. She is always at the top of it.
We are all part of our environment. We show up Sunday. I'm still the best in my business. Well, you go, Greg King.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
That's
listen, again, I think that as we work with our clients and we hear certain things, one of the young ladies that we talked to, she and her husband, she called me yesterday. And for our clients, the people who sign up for sessions with us, we're always available. Our clients call us all the time. So
Text us though.
yeah, text first, and then because if I don't know the number, but usually I do. If it's our clients, I do. But she called yesterday, and she was so happy, babe. She was
That's
so
amazing.
happy because she was able to have a difficult conversation with her spouse about the things that she wanted in her relationship or the things that she felt like she needed, and she took advantage of the moment that she had when he actually asked. When he said, hey, am I giving you what you need? Right? Now, if you ask me, am I giving you what you need? In my mind, I'm thinking, ooh, I need to just say yes. Because I don't want to deal with a man's
want
fragile
backlash,
ego.
right.
Ego.
Yeah. And the backlash that comes with that
all
tender
of that.
ego.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was terrified to have that type of conversation. And she eased into it. They ended up having an incredible night, if you know what I mean. But just taking the opportunity, being able to say to him, hey, listen, you could do this a little bit better. You could do this thing a little bit better. And one thing that we always say, you and I, and what we tell our clients, O's not knows.
Right.
O's not knows. So, baby,
Yeah.
do you want to go with me to pick up a comforter today? Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah, he did it. He did
Oh.
not go pick up the comforter
Oh.
with me today. Oh.
Didn't really feel like it.
but if you give a O instead of a no, you can have time to come up with anything else you need to say.
Right.
Right? You can have time to ask the question. What's the $1 million question?
What?
Tell me more.
Is that a question?
It is.
Tell me more. Thank you, E-Dub, for dropping that on us because we've been using it ever since.
Ever since. Tell me more.
You know, and that's a big thing. Sometimes we don't have enough context to give a response. You know, we need a little bit more to give a proper response.
Right.
You know? But again, we're speaking about, you know, changing our words into positive words. You know, we're not settling down. You know, we're leveling up. And we're moving forward.
We're
you
not
know?
saying no,
No,
and we're saying oh.
with one of the gentlemen that I spoke to this week, you know, he has a few kids, and the difficulty in his relationship is improper communication.
Okay.
You know, saying some very harsh things, you know, and
She's saying harsh
she's
things.
saying some pretty harsh things. And
Okay.
so, but at the end of the day, one of the biggest things is, again, he's allowed that for so long. Well, he's given her privilege to continue to speak to him that way. But one of the main factors of him being in that relationship is because he has a lot of kids. And he doesn't know if there's another woman out there that will accept him with the amount of kids he has. So he's dealing with it because he's settling because of the unsurety of finding his person.
That uncertainty.
Right? And so no matter the circumstance, you
Right.
still deserve to be with the right person. And if you
100%.
settle, you know, with what you feel like is available for your situation, that doesn't mean that that's going to bring happiness. And that doesn't mean that that person is going to change.
Right.
And I think we spend so much time, like you said, on trying to wait on somebody to change versus somebody already merging into what needs to be the factor to make your relationship successful from the beginning.
I'm comfortable with you talking about the first thing you said to me.
What's
If you're comfortable with you saying the first thing, and I say that
Yeah.
because someone said to me, "Man, if somebody told me that, I would run."
They should.
I didn't.
Well, you understood.
Should they though?
Well, if that's not something that registers to them, because what happens when you speak about yourself or your history, your history can be scary as hell.
It can,
Right.
but give me the choice.
Well, you got a choice, but most people don't understand, man, that's where you were, but they don't ask the right question. Where are you now? You know, what is your plan? What is your view on this now?
Right.
And, you know, the first thing I told my wife is I'm a product of adultery. I came in this thing loving wrong, right? To a degree, you know, it's funny. We'll go into that another time.
Right.
Adultery necessarily might be right for the feeling at the moment, you know, but it ain't right, you know. So, but you know, I told her I came in this thing wrong. I'm a product of adultery, and I've never been faithful in any relationship that I've been in. Just straight up, you know what I mean. Now, were there reasons? Yeah, but at the same time, I lied. I didn't tell the truth. I didn't say, yo, you know, I don't like you no more because, or I like you, but man, you know, and this chick make me feel real good. But, you know, I didn't open it up. I was afraid of losing, you know, and with being afraid of losing, you start lying. I heard Corey Holcomb, which people hate him. I love him.
Well, he do say some
He says a
stuff.
lot of good stuff.
He
you
says
know?
a lot of good stuff, but he do say some stuff.
Well, he
that's
said
like
this
sketchy.
good, you know.
Okay.
But he was saying men wish that they could talk to their girl
Tara
the
said,
way
"Please
they
tell
need
this
to talk to
story."
her. You know, I ain't telling you nothing, Tara. No, I ain't saying nothing. But, you know, at the end of the day, in a relationship, man, you should feel comfortable talking to your person about anything.
You should.
But it's the way you come into it that dictates if you're going to be able to talk to your person about anything. That safe space to communicate is very important.
And I also want to say, when you told me that, we actually stayed up all night long and we talked
The entire
night away. That was when we first started talking to each other,
Yeah,
right?
that was the first night.
First night that
really
we
talked.
really talked. And I tell the story after he said that. What I said was, okay,
Yeah.
okay, why? Like, tell me about it. Like, help me understand what was going on. How do you feel now? Do you feel like that you over it? And he didn't. Let me be clear. He didn't say no. I don't think I'm over it. You didn't say that.
Nah, listen.
You
Man,
didn't say that.
You know, and that was a matter of me being honest. Did I know if I was over? That's the real question.
Right.
Are you over it? I don't
know. And that's what he
I'm
said.
saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know, I think there's a high level of responsibility with what we need to become as we mature. Like we need to have high levels of responsibility and still be honest with yourselves of where you are at this present time in your life, and give the person that you're trying to be with an option
Choices.
to buy into that or not. And if that person ain't buying into it, hey, good for you for being honest. Good for them to receive the information and be honest with themselves and say, hey, I'm with this or not.
Right.
And if they're not with it, hey, y'all can still be friends. And the cool part about that friendship is y'all will be friends for a long time because of that
time.
honesty. And who knows, that thing may circle back around
Right.
where both of you guys are at a different level or point in your lives where you're finally ready to level up.
And you know, the interesting thing, and the only reason why I kind of told that story a little bit is because I think sometimes we are really unaware of what we need in a relationship.
True.
Right? So for many or some, I'm not going to say many, but for some women, hearing a person say that they've never been faithful in a relationship would be a, what we say, the gun line.
Yeah.
That might be a gun line for them. It was not a gun line for me. I'm just going to be honest. It was not a gun line for me. It was other things that I also care about other than that. And I think that the weight people put on that is strange.
Well,
Because there's so many other things.
And you're absolutely right. But when you say the weight of it, we also have to think about past trauma.
Yeah.
That people have gone through.
Right.
Right? Like cheating may be a huge thing for someone.
Yes, absolutely.
Because they were unaware. Right? Like I told you, I lied to people. You know what I mean? It got to a point where I decided I ain't lying no more. This is who I am, and hey, let me give you a choice here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about this. Right? And so PTSD in relationships is a very traumatic thing. So some people, that gun line and that cheating thing or not being honest about things or secondary relationships going on, that's an impact, right? Because they've struggled through something before, you know, and I commend the ladies because women are so much more built for impacts like that to a degree. Not that it doesn't hurt.
I don't know. You think?
Men are fragile.
True. True
Okay,
indeed.
and very territorial. Women are territorial.
Yes,
men
I
are
am. You
super
don't think I'm
territorial. Oh, I
territorial?
know so,
I-
right? Right. Scratch
Scratch
my
it.
Right? But men are fragile to a degree where we may never be able to get over that, or women may not get over it, but they may not speak about it. Men will bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Not, I don't know too many men that can handle that type of impact, right? So going back into the PTSD of previous relationships, I think we have to deal with those things and not drag all of that while we're trying to level up for our next relationship. We need to deal with these things and prepare ourselves before we start trying to move forward.
Yeah, but I also want people to have real honest conversations with themselves, right? Because a lot of times women they have these expectations that are very unrealistic in my opinion.
Hey, give me something.
Sure.
Give me context.
Okay, so if you say, I want a person that's incredibly ambitious, driven, handsome, charismatic, I want him to be all of those things.
Right.
Which you are, and I like that about you. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm going to take mine.
But what happens if you have an ambitious, driven, charismatic, it's never enough kind of, we got to keep on grinding kind of guy? I can't expect you to be in no 8 to 5, probably, right?
Right.
You probably are always on go. You probably gonna miss some stuff. You probably gonna be too tired to go get the comforter.
Man.
You're probably gonna have other things that you lose by having that kind of guy.
Right.
Right? There is nothing wrong with having that kind of guy, but you also can't be a person that's really, really needy and needing your person's attention all the time.
Right.
Because you're not gonna get that. Right? You're just not.
You're right.
If you want a person that is going to be a solid person. They're going to go to work every day. They clock in, they clock out. They're going to be at home every evening.
Fixed routine.
A fixed routine. That person may not have the same level hustle drive as the person who is constantly grinding. And I'm not saying entrepreneur versus non-entrepreneur, because you can be a very ambitious person in a corporate world and always having to be on the go, always having to travel for work, always doing that. But drive and sitting on your butt don't live in the same house.
No.
It just doesn't. And so I think you do have to adjust your expectations in relationships. And that goes for men who's expecting a wife that you want to be this go-getting kind of girl.
Go ahead.
Like, you can't expect me to work the way that I work
Right.
and come home every single day and cook.
Right.
I'm gonna come home and cook some days.
Right.
But I need everybody to pitch in.
Pitch in, right.
You do your part,
Well,
right?
I think the other thing is, how do we get involved with each other's lives? I think if we get involved with each other's lives even more, that helps us understand that type of person.
Yeah.
One thing that I feel like with you, you'll be like, well, hey, have you created this, right? And I'll be like, dang, I got to get to that, right? One thing I know about you is you'll jump in, right? You'll be like, hey, I actually thought about it. You know, take a look at this and see if this is something that works. You know what I'm saying? You take some pressure off because you know what I'm doing, right?
Right.
You know the different things that I'm involved with. And being that our communication is open like that, and you know what's happening, what I'm doing, what my time frames are, that helps.
So what about for the person who loves their person and they want to support them in any way that they can? They want to. They don't know how to. They don't have either the skill set. They just don't know how to. So
yeah, I think YouTube University works for everybody. And there is no excuse. I'm not giving any excuses, right? If you want to spend more time with your person, if you want your person to be around, you want to be involved with your person in their busy lives and schedules, find a way, right? And to be honest, entrepreneurs, and they'll speak up, and I'm sure they will, a lot of times, we don't know what we need sometimes. We are doing it all to the point where some of the things that we're missing,
right,
we don't even know we needed it, right? So fill in the gaps. Right.
I would say also with my role, you know, I work every day aside from doing this. And one of the things that I love so much about you is you've learned enough about what I do just to be dangerous, because I don't know who talks about it more, me or you. You're always on the grind for me.
That's
and for
because
what
I'm
I'm
always
doing.
pushing and supporting what your agenda is.
100%. But I wanted to say that out loud because I think that a lot of times. Right. Well, you know, we get into this thought of when people say a help me, I think it sounds feminine to some people, and they see that as a woman's role
I think
to be a help me.
it's depressive.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I need for us to really, really explain the wording sometimes. Like, women are more, your woman is more than a help meet because we are helping each other meet the goal. Right. So as much as a woman is a help meet, a man is a help meet.
Right.
You know, and we got to really be careful with how we place each other in value systems. You know what I mean? I brag on you. You know what I'm saying? I lift you up. But I think that's one of our things that also makes us always be aware of where we value each other in our relationship. You know? And same thing with our children. How about our little girl? She got mad and told her,
this is a good one.
You know, you love him too much.
Crying. She was crying.
I thought that was the funniest thing. And that also told us we doing this the right way. You
the
know what
right
I mean?
way.
When baby girl got so mad, said, you love him too much.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Why do you love him so much?
Because you don't, I'm like, you get equal love. What are you talking about?
What are you talking
You
about?
love him too much.
That's what she told her
But
mommy.
at the end of the day, we need to be viewed that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we need to view the relationship that way. You know what I mean? So, no, the help me is about how do we level up together? How do we meet the challenges together? How do we meet this journey together and plot the course and move forward together? You know, it's a very important thing to be on that map and
It
understand
is.
the course, where you're going.
It is. You know, I also think ego comes into relationships a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And I want to talk to partnered women, single women right now when I say this. Whether you're single, in a relationship, it doesn't matter. When Corey and I got married, I was insistent that in my vows, I wanted to say submit. That was important to me, to say that I submit to my husband. Why? Because I do. And he is the head of this house. It ain't no two ways around it. He is the head. The buck got to stop with somebody, right? I don't think that diminishes me whatsoever.
How many questions do I ask you about stuff?
All the time. All the time.
Listen, I always say the man
All
is
the
the
time.
head, but the woman is the neck. You got to have both functioning at the high level to make the brain operate and make the wise decisions. I mean, it's just
For sure, but also, you need to make sure that the person that you with, that the person that you are with, you have enough respect for,
Right.
that does not feel like a burden to bear.
right.
Because I have an enormous amount of respect for you.
And likewise.
And I think that listen, I'm trying to get the words right.
Get the words right.
I don't want to be disrespectful to our parents, the previous generation, or the people in my generation. But I think it's a disservice to teach our young ladies that they don't need a man. I think it's a disservice to our young ladies to tell them you can talk to a person any kind of way you want to.
You submit to your husband, sissy. Jay Victorian.
You have to really be thoughtful with how you talk to your person.
Appreciate it, Monroe. Good luck.
You really do. And that person will in turn be thoughtful about how they talk to you. Man, and I say that because I watch TV and I see how some of these young ladies interact with the person they so-called love. You know, they'll go off.
Right. Out of clap.
Like, I'm like, girl, would you do that at work? Like, would you
Right.
go up to your boss and be like, and then, and that, and
Right.
like,
right.
would you do that there?
Right.
Why do you feel so comfortable
And compelled to do that.
and compelled to talk to your person that way?
Because they ain't leveled up. That's not the person. Like, we are not honest
You
with
know,
ourselves saying
you know why? Because they done settled
they
down.
done settled. They done
So
settled
now they the
down.
boss.
Right.
They the boss of the house.
Right. Right. So it's either you're going to level up or settle down.
I did not settle down.
No.
I did not.
No.
I
Level
leveled
up,
all
man.
the way up.
So listen, we ain't going to waste too much of y'all's time. My boy JP, man, what's up? My niecey, Whitney, my sissy, everybody's on, man. We appreciate Monroe.
Yes.
And
Taryn, hey.
Taryn, hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
You know, but listen, this is something we're definitely going to continue to do.
Yeah.
Please go out, check the book out. Let me grab it real quick. It is Audacious Intimacy. Y'all check it out. Don't be afraid to go to our website. Give it to them one more time, baby.
It is www.lovejonescoaching.com. If you're on TikTok, the link is in the bio.
Yeah.
It's tagged here on Facebook. But you can buy the book. You can also get the ebook and
Yes.
download it immediately. As soon as you buy the book, you can download the ebook or get the hardcover. We ship out immediately. You also, if you are interested in getting coaching, please, you can sign up for a consultation. We don't charge very much for a consultation, but we don't do anything for free because people don't value things that
It's
are
an
free.
investment. I think
It's an
relationships, we
investment.
need to be sure to invest in our relationships.
Yeah.
Let's take it serious, man. You know, we don't want to make it seem like it's a business transaction, but it's a lifelong transaction, just like you have life insurance, right?
Right.
And we talk about counseling and therapy. You know, this is another form of a life goal. You know,
Right.
making sure that you're focused on what you're in it for. What did you get married for? Or why are you thinking about getting married? And
Or
this ain't just
why are you
for-
in this long-term relationship?
Right, and this is not just for couples. Let's be clear.
No.
You know, we got to be prepared before we go into relationships, and you know,
Be
coaching-
ready so you don't have to get ready.
Listen, and you know, and definitely, a lot of people before you get married, you're doing your premarital counseling at your churches. That is very dope. I commend that as well. But it goes a step further as well. You know, it doesn't just stop there. So we are going to talk about things that your pastor ain't going to talk about.
Nope.
Let me tell you that straight up.
Nope.
We're going to get you right. You know, we're going to talk about those things that are very uncomfortable. And it's necessary to talk about those uncomfortable things. So listen, in the book, man, it's a 30-day guide. It's a very dope guide. It's a great read. I'm very proud of it. Baby's proud of it.
I am.
And, you know,
am.
we're definitely excited about you guys reading it. Her aunties read it.
They did. Oh my God. I actually am, and my mama, Eloise. Listen, it's nothing real racy in the book.
No, it's not.
It's just not. It's a guide. It really
When you
talks
get the chapter to day 29, all right, we get in there a little bit.
a little bit in day 29, but you know, I gotta shout him out. I love my Aunt Dee Dee.
Absolutely.
My Aunt Faye, who probably could have wrote it before I did.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely could have wrote it before I did. My Auntie Patsy.
Yes.
For
Coach Shay, what's
getting
up,
the
bro?
book like as soon as they could and
Yes.
making it a day where they all read it together. I ain't heard from them, so I don't know. Two of them married, so they might have been busy. I don't know.
They might have been trying some things. I don't know, you know?
They might be trying some
Yeah.
things. To my mom, I really appreciate you getting the book and supporting me, and random people who I don't know.
No, thank y'all
It's a
so
lot
much.
of people who have been buying our book, and we really haven't pushed it
Hey,
other
LeBron.
than just a post one day.
Yeah.
Corey decided to post it because Taryn would kill me if I was like already trying to push everything. And so that's why I tried to make sure that I didn't. So for everybody who has found the book, for everybody
Yeah.
who has signed up for coaching with us,
Cousin Debo,
my Debo,
Debony.
I love you so much. TT,
TT.
Heather Pouchet, my
Devin.
sister-in-law, and Devin
Absolutely.
and Justin. We have an incredible
Whitney.
Whitney. Thank you, Baby Cake, and thank you to her wife for
Yes.
surprising her with it.
Oh, I'm glad you said it. This ain't just for, you know, the
Straight
common
couple.
straight couples.
Yeah.
You know, listen, it ain't no shaming. You can't help who you love.
Right.
You know,
You love who you love.
and be proud of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to agree with you, right? She doesn't have to agree with the world. Don't have to agree with you. But what works for you works for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Period.
So if you are in any type of relationship, any type of intimate relationship with one or more, like for the thruples out there who have called, the poly people,
Interesting.
anybody who has a relationship and they are trying to work toward a more connected relationship, I would say.
Good choice.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really good book. It's a quick read. Each day you have a
Yes.
new adventure, a new thing to do. But the coaching is really,
Niecy.
really important. People might ask, hey, who are y'all? Why do y'all feel like y'all should be the
Gurus.
The gurus.
I'm gonna tell you why.
of it? Come and tell them, baby.
Because I'm a part-time stripper and I do hair on the side.
Hey, what you saying? What you saying?
Listen, I think just my my awakening was you. You know, and that's not to say that I've had horrible relationships.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. You're friends with several.
Yeah, like still friends.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
me and my homie would Google stuff like strawberries, trying to figure out where they came from.
Right.
I had great relationships. But at the end of the day, this relationship helped me know that I was okay with being who I am. You know what I'm saying? And even in my vows, you know, in speaking about you, I felt safe. You know what I mean? Like I felt protected. You make me feel protected. I know women say, man, my man make me feel protected. Man, my wife make me feel protected.
Yeah.
You know, so why us? It's because we've gone through enough of a life of our
Yeah.
own, and all we're doing is expressing what literally the things that I've gone through and being accountable for me. I was a liar. I cheater. I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, it's like, okay, is that who I'm gonna continue to be, or can I level up to be the man that I'm supposed to be? The honest man, the great father, the great friend, the honest friend, the accountability person, not for everybody else, but for me first. You know, so why
The great
us?
brother.
Great brother-in-law. You know, love my brother-in-laws, man.
Son.
Man, I tell you.
Because my mama and Mama Shirley,
Yeah.
they'll hurt somebody, and they both praying women, but I believe they would fight for you.
That light skin energy come through. So, but at the end of the day, man, you know, why us? It's because we're gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it funky with you because you can't pull the wool over my eyes because I done it all.
Done it all. Done it
Done
all.
it all. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, yo,
Right.
this was me, and I'm still human today. Don't think that I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? But my wife thinks I'm perfect. My wife feel like I'm perfect.
You are.
And we can have perfect communication and work on whatever our issues are. And I feel safe about that. I feel like I
Yeah.
can come home and say, babe, we need to talk. You feel like you can come home and say, babe, you need to talk, right?
You know, I'm gonna have a transparent moment.
Come on with it.
Okay, so today
You got 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes. I can say it fast. Yesterday, I had asked my husband about going to get a new comforter because he hates the comforter that's on there. He does not want a white comforter.
Thank you.
Okay, so fine. I said, okay, baby, can we go look
Because
for a
white
comforter?
end up being dingy.
Fine, but at any rate, he said yes yesterday, and so today I mentioned it again this
Did
morning.
I say yes or did I say oh?
No, you said yes. You said yes. And so today I asked again. I was like, honey, this morning when you had gone out to help somebody else, I said, babe, I want to get the comforter. And you said, you ain't going to go get that comforter. I said, I am. He said, well, we're going to see. Right? Is that
I did.
okay?
I did.
So after slaving on the clothes that our 6-year-old hid in his room, all over his room, he couldn't have anything in his drawers. I had to wash it
Thank
all.
you, bro.
I asked my husband, babe, let's go. Now he was laying down. I said, let's go so we can go and get it.
I was in a great position at the time.
He was in a great position. So I asked him to go, and he said, well, ask our daughter to go with
Because
you.
she hadn't been outside all day.
She was asleep. So when I leave, he sends me a text message and says, you really mad? Yes, you really mad? And I said, yes. Yes, I'm really mad, right? I said, I'm telling this conversation because I was got off with when I left out of here. I even slammed the door for good measure.
How does fish grease?
Furious, because of what I didn't say is y'all see these pictures behind us. Everything designed, anything having to do with the design of our home, he did it. I had nothing to do with it. And I knew whatever I brought home, he was going to say,
But I knew you had leveled up, huh?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you were
yeah.
ready for the challenge.
But what happened? He sends me some texts. I sent him some texts. And they were not hateful texts.
No.
They were not mean texts. They were not.
No.
The last text said, you got a right to feel how you feel. I got a right to feel how I feel.
Yeah.
But either way, by the time I make it home, I'll
Everything
probably
was
be
cool.
over
She
it.
came over, gave me some sugar.
As soon as I got home, gave him a kiss. Did I get the comforter? No, because I decided he's going to go get that comforter with me. We don't have to go today. I just picked up some more stuff that I wanted at Target. So that's how I fixed it for me. Didn't have to be mad.
Hey, mama.
That happened today. We never argued
No,
about it.
we
We
don't
never
do no
screamed.
arguing.
We
No.
never and the text messages weren't mean. It was
No.
like, no, I feel like this, and
So-
I need you to know how I feel. Right?
Yeah.
So, what we'll say is, for anybody out here, the one thing that I hope to leave you with today, it's not that you won't ever disagree
Nah.
with your person. It's not that we're always exactly on the same page.
No.
But I'm careful with the way that I talk to my husband.
And vice versa.
Not because I'm scared of his reaction to anything, but because I value him and respect him so much that it matters to me the way that I speak to my husband. And so for you guys, if you do nothing else, just try it for a week.
Right.
Think about your words.
Absolutely.
Think about how you're speaking to your person. Make sure that you understand the value of the human that you have committed to love, honor, and respect and protect. And if that is somebody that you made that promise to, whether you're married or not, because we've been together a long time, we just got married, right? And so it doesn't matter. Everybody asked us, how does it feel to be married? Like Tuesday, didn't nothing change. Like he's been my person, right? And so for you guys, honor your person, honor who you love, and take care of each other.
Right. So at the close, we're not settling down. We're going to level up and continue to level up.
Yep.
Continue to scale up. Settling down, that's not the language. Okay. So listen, thank y'all so much.
Also,
Uh-oh.
if you have any questions,
Yes.
please feel free to send us your questions. We're gonna probably go live again next Sunday. And when we do, we'll not say your name, but we will be here to answer any questions you might have. So whether you're sending them to me or to Corey or to Love Jones, please go and follow, subscribe to Love Jones. It's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Love Jones Coaching, me and him, you'll see us. You can send those questions there and we will absolutely answer all of them that we can. But thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, thank y'all. Corey, what's up, man? Listen, y'all want to train while you're in Atlanta or anywhere, you can flew him out. Corey Taylor is the guy. Trust me, man. Y'all check him out online. Cedric McGowan, my cousin, man. Who else we got? Quinton Reed. Hey, girl. Hey, Toppy. Listen, thank y'all so much. Coach Urban, I'm so proud of that guy, man. He was one of the OGs in high school and done some amazing things out here. Irma Hildreth, oh my God.
You know Irma Jean.
Irma Jean. Listen, thank y'all so much. And y'all keep us in your thoughts. Make this a positive week. Started out right.
Absolutely.
All right. Love y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Now let's try to get off all,
I know,
these,
right?
all of these devices. Bye, y'all.